The heartbreaking journey, a shadow over Port Charles as General Hospital faces another tragic loss. The fictional town of Port Charles has always been a place where love, drama, and heartbreak intertwine in the most unexpected ways. For decades, fans of ABC's General Hospital have watched beloved characters face life's greatest challenges, but recent developments both on-screen and behind the scenes have cast a particularly somber shadow over the show's community. As the soap opera continues its current storylines in August 2025, the real-life health struggles of its stars have created an atmosphere of uncertainty and profound sadness that extends far beyond the television screen. Mac Scorpio's triumphant return. The character of Mac Scorpio, portrayed by John J. York since 1991, has been a cornerstone of Port Charles for over 3 decades. After taking an unexpected hiatus in September 2023, York's return to the show in June 2024 was met with overwhelming joy from both cast members and fans. His colleagues welcomed him back with Mac as back shirts, symbolizing the deep affection the General Hospital family holds for the veteran actor. York's battle with 2 forms of blood cancer, myelodysplastic syndrome, and smoldering multiple myeloma, began with his diagnosis in December 2022. What could have been a devastating prognosis of 3 to 5 years without treatment became a story of hope and determination. The actor underwent aggressive treatment, including chemotherapy and a life-saving bone marrow transplant from a perfect match donor. During his treatment, York demonstrated remarkable resilience, managing to continue working while undergoing 7 days of chemotherapy in Tennessee, followed by 3 weeks of availability for filming in California. His philosophy of taking one day at a time and his family's unwavering support, including his son-in-law and grandson shaving their heads in solidarity, exemplified the strength needed to face such a challenge. The actor's decision to go public with his diagnosis served a greater purpose. Beyond personal sharing, his announcement encouraged many people to join the bone marrow donor registry, potentially saving other lives. York's advocacy for Be the Match, the organization that connected him with his donor, highlighted the critical importance of bone marrow donation in fighting blood cancers. Current Port Charles storylines. As of August 2025, General Hospital continues to weave complex narratives that keep viewers engaged. The current storylines span from Port Charles to international locations, with characters like Jocelyn and Vaughn working as WSB agents in a Croatian resort, while Jason searches for answers about Brit's past. Mac Scorpio, now back in his role as police commissioner, remains actively involved in the show's central mysteries. Recent episodes have featured Mac conducting investigations, including a crime that may be connected to Drew Kane's escalating conflicts with various Port Charles residents. The character continues to play matchmaker and maintain his role as a stabilizing force within the community. The show's August 2025 episodes have been particularly dramatic, featuring shocking discoveries at the docks, legal troubles for beloved characters like Stella, and continuing romantic entanglements that threaten to tear families apart. Drew Kane has emerged as a particularly antagonistic force, burning bridges and making enemies throughout Port Charles, as his actions become increasingly desperate and harmful. The devastating loss of Tristan Rogers. While John J. York's recovery story provided hope and inspiration, the soap opera community faced a devastating blow with the passing of Tristan Rogers on August 15, 2025. The 79-year-old Australian actor, who portrayed Robert Scorpio since 1980, died after a brief but courageous battle with lung cancer. Rogers' death came as a profound shock to the General Hospital family and fans worldwide. Having only publicly revealed his cancer diagnosis in July 2025, his passing highlighted the aggressive nature of his illness. What made his death particularly poignant was that Rogers had never been a smoker, representing the growing trend of lung cancer affecting non-smokers. The character of Robert Scorpio was more than just a role for Rogers. It was a defining part of his identity and career. His manager, Meryl Suduk, revealed that the role meant everything to him and that he had transformed what was supposed to be a single day of work into a 45-year career that made him a daytime television icon. Rogers' portrayal of Robert Scorpio helped elevate General Hospital to unprecedented heights of popularity in the 1980s. His character served as Luke Spencer's best man during the legendary Luke and Laura wedding in November 1981, which attracted 30 million viewers and remains the highest-rated hour in American soap opera history. This moment crystallized Rogers' place in television history and cemented his character's importance to the show's legacy. The bond between the Scorpio brothers. The relationship between the characters of Robert and Max Scorpio mirrored, in some ways, the real-life bond between Tristan Rogers and John J. York. Both actors faced their cancer diagnoses with courage and determination, creating a unique connection that transcended their fictional brotherhood. Rogers' diagnosis came approximately 2.5 years after York's own battle began, creating a parallel that was both touching and heartbreaking. The fact that both Scorpio brothers were fighting cancer in real life added an extra layer of poignancy to their on-screen interactions. York's successful battle and return to the show provided hope that perhaps Rogers might also overcome his illness. Unfortunately, the aggressive nature of Rogers' lung cancer proved too formidable. Despite his positive attitude and the support of his medical team, this real-life connection between the two actors who played brothers highlighted the soap opera community's close-knit nature, where fictional families often develop genuine bonds that extend beyond the television screen. The loss of Rogers was not just the death of a colleague for York, but the loss of a brother figure who understood the unique challenges and rewards of portraying members of the iconic Scorpio family. The impact on the General Hospital community. Frank Valentini, the executive producer of General Hospital, expressed the collective grief of the show's family following Rogers' death. The entire General Hospital family is heartbroken to hear of Tristan Rogers' passing. Tristan has captivated our fans for 45 years, and Port Charles will not be the same without him. This sentiment reflected not only professional respect, but genuine love for an actor who had become synonymous with the show's identity. The soap opera community rallied around Rogers' memory, with co-stars sharing heartfelt tributes that painted a picture of a man who was not only a talented actor, but a generous and kind human being. Emma Sams, who portrayed Rogers' romantic partner Holly, described working with him as a joy and credited him with teaching her how to feel comfortable on camera. Other cast members remembered him as a witty bloke and a very bright light who brought humor and professionalism to every scene. Rogers' death represented more than the loss of a single performer. It symbolized the end of an era for General Hospital. Having been part of the show since 1980, he had witnessed and helped shape some of the most memorable moments in daytime television history. His passing left a void that would be impossible to fill, both in terms of his character's importance to ongoing storylines and his personal contributions to the show's culture and atmosphere. The ongoing uncertainty, as General Hospital continues to navigate these real-life tragedies, while maintaining compelling fictional narratives, questions remain about how the show will address Rogers' death within the storyline. The character of Robert Scorpio has been integral to many ongoing plots, and his absence will undoubtedly require significant storyline adjustments. Meanwhile, John J. York's continued recovery serves as a beacon of hope for others facing similar battles. His successful return to General Hospital demonstrates that with proper treatment, family support, and determination, it is possible to overcome even the most daunting health challenges. His advocacy for bone marrow donation continues to save lives, creating a positive legacy from his personal struggle. However, rumors and speculation about York's health continue to circulate, as is often the case with public figures who have faced serious illnesses. While these rumors appear to be unfounded based on his successful treatment and return to work, they serve as a reminder of how fragile life can be and how quickly circumstances can change. The broader impact of cancer on the entertainment industry. The struggles faced by both York and Rogers highlight a broader issue within the entertainment industry and society as a whole: the increasing prevalence of cancer and its impact on individuals and families. Rogers' case, in particular, underscores the growing concern about lung cancer in non-smokers, a trend that has alarmed medical professionals and highlights the need for increased research into environmental and genetic factors that contribute to the disease. The entertainment industry's close-knit nature means that, when beloved figures face health challenges, the impact is felt not only by their immediate families, but by extended professional families that include cast members, crew, producers, and fans. The soap opera genre, in particular, creates unusually strong bonds between performers who work together for decades, making losses like Rogers' death particularly devastating. Looking forward, hope amid heartbreak. As General Hospital moves forward, the show must balance honoring the memory of Tristan Rogers while continuing to provide the compelling storylines that have kept viewers engaged for over 60 years. The current plot developments, involving international intrigue, family secrets, and romantic complications, demonstrate the show's commitment to maintaining its dramatic legacy. John J. York's continued presence on the show serves as both a reminder of what can be overcome and a tribute to the resilience of the human spirit. His character Mac Scorpio continues to play vital roles in current storylines, from conducting police investigations to playing matchmaker for younger characters. This continuation of his work represents not just professional dedication, but a celebration of life and recovery. The support that both actors received from their General Hospital family during their health battles exemplifies the best aspects of human nature: compassion, loyalty, and the willingness to stand by loved ones during their darkest hours. The cast members who wore Mac as backshirts and the colleagues who shared touching tributes to Rogers demonstrate that the bonds formed in the entertainment industry can be just as strong as those formed in biological families. The enduring legacy. As Port Charles continues to evolve and face new challenges, both fictional and real, the legacies of both John J. York's triumphant return and Tristan Rogers' tragic passing will undoubtedly influence the show's future direction. York's story provides hope and inspiration for others facing similar battles, while Rogers' memory serves as a reminder to cherish every moment and every relationship. The fictional Scorpio family has always represented strength, loyalty, and resilience within the General Hospital universe. These real-life events have only reinforced these themes, showing that the actors who portray these characters embody the same qualities both on and off-screen. The loss of Rogers is heartbreaking, but his contributions to the show and to television history will never be forgotten. In the coming episodes, viewers will likely see how the show addresses the absence of Robert Scorpio while celebrating the continued presence of Mac Scorpio. This balance between mourning and celebration, between endings and continuations, reflects the complex nature of life itself, something that soap operas have always excelled at portraying. The current storylines of General Hospital, with their mix of romance, mystery, and family drama, continue to provide the escapism and emotional connection that fans have sought for generations. However, the real-life struggles of its stars have added an additional layer of poignancy to these fictional narratives, reminding viewers that behind every character is a real person facing their own challenges and victories. As the show moves forward, it carries with it the memories of those who have left us too soon and the inspiration of those who have overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. In Port Charles, as in life, every ending is also a beginning, and every loss is balanced by the potential for hope and renewal. Next, we're diving into the latest twists involving Molly Lansing Davis and her unexpected romantic sparks. Amid a whirlwind of family drama, in the bustling world of Port Charles, Molly Lansing Davis has been navigating a sea of emotions lately, and it seems she's finally mustered the courage to explore a potential connection with the charming stable hand, Cody Bell. Encouraged by her supportive cousin Michael Corinthos, who shared some heartfelt advice during a casual chat at the local coffee shop, Molly decided it was time to take a bold step. She headed over to the elegant Quartermain stables, her heart fluttering with anticipation, hoping to invite Cody out for a simple cup of coffee, perhaps at that cozy spot downtown, with the best lattes. Little did she know, the scene awaiting her would shatter her expectations in the most dramatic fashion. As she approached, Molly's eyes widened in disbelief. There was Cody, shirtless and glistening from a day's work with the horses, locked in a passionate embrace with the sophisticated art dealer Ava Jerome. The air was thick with the scent of hay and leather, and the moment felt like a punch to the gut for poor Molly. But hold on, because this shocking display came with a wild twist that no one saw coming. Cody, caught red-handed, stammered out an explanation that left both women reeling. It turns out, Molly's own sister, Christina Corinthos Davis, had orchestrated the entire scenario. In a misguided attempt to protect her family, Christina had secretly approached Cody with a hefty sum of money, convincing him that seducing Ava was the key to dismantling the budding romance between Ava and their father, Rick Lansing. Christina painted it as a heroic act, insisting that Cody would be doing Molly a huge favor by exposing Ava's true colors and preventing any further entanglement with Rick, who has a history of complicated relationships in Port Charles. Imagine the stables echoing with Cody's awkward confession, as he described how Christina cornered him near the tack room, slipping him an envelope stuffed with cash while whispering about family loyalty. Both Molly and Ava, united in their outrage, exchanged furious glances before storming off, leaving Cody alone with his regrets amidst the whinnying horses and scattered hay bales. Later that afternoon, under the warm glow of the setting sun, Molly reconvened with Michael at their favorite park bench overlooking the harbor. Michael, ever the peacemaker in the Corinthos clan, had actually been privy to Christina's scheme all along, but chose to keep it under wraps, to avoid escalating the tension. Instead of spilling the beans, he took a different tack, gently defending both Christina's intentions and Cody's misguided participation. He emphasized how Christina's heart was in the right place, driven by a fierce protectiveness over their family's fragile bonds, especially after recent upheavals like the baby custody battles that have torn them apart. As for Cody, Michael pointed out that while the method was undeniably flawed, bordering on unethicalities, motivation stemmed from a genuine desire to help, perhaps influenced by his own checkered past and longing for redemption in Port Charles. He even shared an anecdote about Cody's loyalty during the past Quartermain family crisis, where Cody stepped up to care for the horses during a storm, showing his dependable side. This conversation planted seeds of doubt in Molly's mind, making her reconsider her initial fury as she sipped her iced tea, the gentle waves lapping at the shore providing a soothing backdrop. Of course, Molly's thoughts are somewhat scattered right now, pulled in multiple directions by pressing family matters. She's dealing with the fallout from a stern restraining order issued by Drew Kane, aimed at keeping her entire clan at a distance from his young daughter, Scout Quartermain. This legal barrier stems from ongoing disputes over Scout's well-being, with Drew prioritizing a stable environment amid the chaos of Port Charles scandals. Molly, as a dedicated lawyer, finds herself poring over documents late into the night, her desk cluttered with case files and notes, all while trying to balance her professional duties at the district attorney's office. The order has added layers of stress, forcing family gatherings to be more clandestine, like hushed meetings in neutral spots around town to avoid any violations. Yet, amidst this distraction, there's a glimmer of hope that Molly will soon revisit her feelings for Cody. Perhaps after a few days of reflection, she'll find it in her heart to extend forgiveness for his lapse in judgment, recognizing that everyone in Port Charles has made mistakes, herself included, like the time she second-guessed her career path during a high-profile case. Looking ahead, it's easy to envision Molly and Cody bridging the gap, maybe starting with that postponed coffee date Michael so enthusiastically proposed. Picture them at a quaint cafe with outdoor seating, sharing stories about their lives. Cody opening up about his adventurous days as a skydiving instructor before settling in Port Charles, and Molly confiding in her dreams of advocating for justice in bigger ways. Their chemistry could spark into something real, providing Molly with a much-needed ally as darker secrets bubble to the surface. And speaking of secrets, the real bombshell is yet to drop. Molly is on the verge of uncovering that Ava, Christina, and their mother Alexis Davis have formed an unlikely alliance, going so far as to hold Rick captive in the dimly lit basement of Alexis's home. This clandestine operation, born out of desperation to control Rick's unpredictable behavior, perhaps tied to his shady legal maneuvers in past storylines, involves hidden cameras, locked doors, and whispered plans over cups of herbal tea. The trio believes they're safeguarding the family from Rick's potential betrayals, but the ethics are murky at best, with Alexis drawing on her experience as a former attorney to justify their extreme measures. Once this explosive truth comes to light, Molly's world will undoubtedly shatter further, forcing her to confront the depths of deception within her own bloodline. Rick's imprisonment might involve dramatic elements like forged documents or secret recordings that Christina and Ava used to keep him contained, all while Alexis maintains a facade of normalcy upstairs. Molly, with her strong moral compass, will grapple with the betrayal, perhaps leading to heated confrontations in the family living room, tears flowing as old wounds reopen. In these trying times, having Cody by her side could be a lifeline, offering emotional support through late-night talks, or even helping her investigate the mess discreetly, leveraging his connections at the Quartermain estate. The road ahead is fraught with uncertainty, but it could strengthen Molly's resolve and deepen potential bonds. So, should Molly extend forgiveness to Cody for his part in this tangled web? Could their budding interest blossom into a full-fledged romance, complete with stolen moments at the stables or romantic picnics by the lake? And what chaos will ensue when Molly stumbles upon the shocking captivity of her father, at the hands of her mother, sister, and Ava? Stay tuned to ABC General Hospital for all the unfolding drama. and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.